Yo, what's good, YouTube? You already know, man. It's your boy, LeBron, female rapper Lee. I am back with another video episode, Spotify, all that shit. Listen, if you're new to the channel, please make sure that you like this video. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live. You feel me? So, yeah, I know last night I was supposed to go live, but listen, the end of my work week, truly, me say me ended my work week, right? And me just get home and crash and me look at the clock and me say, you know what? Me go live at 9:30. Me give them 9:30. Me sitting in the bed and me like, me so tired. Me just roll spliff. Me so tired and me say, me can't go live. Me can't go live. So me push it, to Saturday morning. So listen, you already know the drill. I'm about to go play a song and then I'm going to come back and we going to chit chat. So let me see what I'm going to play this morning. Let me see what I go on. Please make sure that you come in, thumbs up the video, all that shit, subscribe, all that shit. So what do I want to do this morning? We want to celebrate. Let's do some, let's do a little celebration.
Yeah. DJ Clue, to the storm. I'ma show you how to do this, son.
Yeah, Clue, what up, baby? I mean, I've been known to pop a lot of shit in my rhymes. This is Brooklyn's official representative, your girl Young Fox, and the streets have officially spoken. Your girl is Bizak, the imperial serial rap murderer. I'm jacking the beat, call me the track burglar. Every time I spit, I'm committing a crime. Bitch, you don't say shit in your rhymes. We making unbelievable green. Ill none of the unbeatable team. Shorty's in need of a team. We got the game locked, I'm the key to your dream. Bitch, I'm the one who made you, who was there when they underpaid you. See, I don't care about the numbers they do. Ask Young Gab cause he run the label. I'm ghetto like a dollar van. See me in the hood, holla man. Catch me, FB in the custom fit. Dear Lord, man, I'm just too sick. Hands down, I'm the best. These true words I confess. Lord, can you hear me? Man, it just can't compare to me. Man, they just ain't near to me.
Hands down, I'm the best. These true words I confess. Lord, can you hear me? Man, they just can't compare to me. And they are not near to me.
Let's go. New Foxy Brown.
Come again.
Whole Brooklyn. Stand the fuck up.
Okay.
Let's get it on, niggas.
Come on.
DJ Asap, Operation Lock. Damn.
But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. They don't like Gab either cause he stay and cheater with a Chris White beat on. Stinking yacht, never mind the time, see I pays him no mind.
Send after y'all. From the motherfucking top, New Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
I'm cold so they don't like me.
Yes.
DJ Absolute, motherfucker.
Come again. Come on. Oh.
Young guard.
Okay.
Queens, niggas.
But I don't give a fuck. I breeze through in the truck with my middle finger up now. They don't like Gab either cause he stay and cheater with a Chris White beater on. Stinking yacht, never mind the time, see I pays him no mind. Bit slow your roll, Fox got this rap shit under control. Which I touch turn gold, but I touch turn canary. Damn, this shit's scary. And my name speak the truth, y'all can't fuck with homie. I'm the truth in that booth, I'm the beast in the lab. I'm a goon on the tune with a boom and a Marc Jacob bag. I'm Brooklyn's own, and no matter where the crib is, the borough is my motherfucking home. I'm BK's finest, and a fresh pair of ears, and still shout the designers.
Shout out to motherfucking Foxy Brown for giving us all of them freestyles that I can play on my show copyright free. She got so much shit that I can play copyright free because it was just from them days. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can never believe that I could play this.
Foxy lady. Ooh. Here I come, baby. I'm coming to get you.
Hey yo, so y'all niggas, I'll be back, baby. me to reintroduce myself. My name is F-O, X to the X-Y, Luella Bartley to the Stein, the S5. Let's begin, y'all rest again. Fox set the trend, y'all hoes just begin. I'm from BK, BK. Each day stroll with the Eve St. Strut, I charter more. It's the art of war. What you think I fuck with us, Doc Carter for? Whoa, word to big. I've been on the coast of France and flip-flop through the Egyptian dance dirty. It's like I'm Roxanne reenacted. I'm back on my D, nigga, game is remastered. Big bro, I'm a 9-year veteran. Y'all got a problem, I'm picking up the pen again. Bread dread to the casket drop. I'm in Flatbush, low with a glassy top.
Brethren to the casket drop. I'm in Flatbush, low in the glassy top. It's the art of war. What you think I fuck with S. Carter for, huh? I'm a 9-year veteran. Y'all got a problem. I'm picking up the... I got Bed-Stuy with me. Aaliyah Left Eye with me. Pac and Big. What's fucking with the kid? Told y'all motherfuckers I'll be back, and I did. Pretend the punk cock murder them blood clot. Good old days, good old days, good old days. So let's move on. So y'all already know. So yesterday I did a video, right? Pretty much I had changed a few things in this title, but we had talked about the Rihanna pregnancy, all of that shit. But I ain't really like how the video came out because I was on my phone, and I like to do like general conversation on my phone where I don't really gotta like bring screen up and read shit. So it just kind of felt high overview. So for certain things, I just wanted to like read the article or whatever. So I actually found this article from Elle magazine in regards to Rihanna. Shout out to her and Asap Rocky, their new baby boy. So let's just bring this up real quick. Let's see. 1 second. So with a Ross clock this, game over. Il Nana and the God Hover, like Sebastian Telfair with the crossover. See, my cadence is incredible, something like a born soldier. Still in the bronze rover, still keep a good gene, still keep a H-tar loafer. Just crazy. Like, let's do it. Let's do it. Hold on. All right, I got it up. I wanted to actually show y'all this video from this. I felt like this shit was borderline racist, but I'll let you be the judge. I don't want to play too much of it because they might try to hit me with a copyright, and I don't want to go through all of that. So let's listen. Elle magazine inside Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Let me make sure that this is brought forward so it's a little closer. Take that comment off. Shout out to Lady D Marie. All right. So inside Rihanna and ASAP Rocky's relationship during their first days with their baby boy. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky became parents on May 13th, and now that the news is out, their baby boy is here. Sources gave Entertainment Tonight and People intel on how the couple is adjusting to life as a family of 3. A source close to the couple told People that Rocky and Rihanna are at home in Los Angeles with their son. Rihanna is doing well. They are excited to be parents. Rihanna is already a wonderful mom, the source said. Entertainment Tonight source gave more detail on how this experience has changed Rihanna and Rocky's relationship. They're down to earth, have similar styles, and couldn't be more in love and happy about this next chapter, the source said. That was high overview. Anybody could have said that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. The source expanded. See, listen, I think truly we be blaming people and talking shit about people like Tasha K and XYZ like that, right? But Elle magazine, that really wasn't descriptive. And you just have to be like, just because it's Elle doesn't mean that you don't have to question it. So it's like, who the hell is this source that's giving these high overview? They ain't say nothing juicy. That's anything that anybody else could have said. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could have said that. That's not impressive to me, to be honest with you. They should have said something like, let me see what would have been more of an intel. Let's see. Rihanna is doing well. They are very excited to be parents. Rihanna is already a wonderful mom. That's general to me. Entertainment Tonight source gave more detail on the experience has changed Rihanna and Rocky's relationship. They're down to earth, have similar styles, and couldn't be more happy and in love about the next chapter. Maybe they said something small like, Rocky has already splurged like $25,000 on a new crib or something like that. They didn't give anything up. To me, that was very high overview. So I be seeing why people say that dumb shit sometimes. Like, You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against people who say that shit. You do whatever you do to get your crowd and get your money. If you're gonna say you got a source and it's fake, who's gonna fucking question you? Listen, your source out. I just feel like sometimes like we let them do it. Who the fuck is your source? Who's your source, L Magazine? Y'all said that shit because you wanted to see more exclusive. Bullshit. They could have a source, but that wasn't anything informative. Maybe they're gonna give more information as I read forward. So the source expanded on how Rocky feels having his first child with Rihanna. Before Rihanna gave birth, ASAP was super involved and he was asking his friends for parenting advice. Very high overview. Go in. I'm waiting. Listen, I'm waiting for them to go in and say some shit that happened. Like, did they get this, this new stroller that's just like, I don't know. Like, what are they gonna say? He wants to be best dad possible and continue to take care of Rihanna. He's really looking forward to raising their baby boy together. The couple has been inseparable since the baby was born. It only was just this week. You know what I'm saying? A source told Entertainment Tonight they have not left each other's side, the source said. They are over the moon. She's been looking forward to motherhood for such a long time. This little boy is going to have the best baby fashion, which I do agree with. The source added that while Rihanna and Rocky are in Los Angeles, they will be flying to New York soon so that Rocky's family, who are based there, can meet the newest addition, and Rihanna's family, based in Barbados, can fly over and be introduced to the little one too. I know that grandmother met that baby already. That grandmother wasn't there. Oh, I know she had to be there already. She had to be there already. Hold on a second. Let me see. I like how they dumbass by buying baby girl clothes. Oh, facts. That's crazy. Rihanna is boring and lazy. Why you say she boring and lazy? Rihanna is rich and paid. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I think. Hold on a second. Let's see. That's beautiful. She's a Beijing hero, but taking her billions to Asian sweatshops and resold blocks. I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? So listen, let's continue on. I don't really think that this was a good example of an article. So I want to get the TMZ article. Hold on a second. Let's do this one. All right. So Rihanna and ASAP Rocky call us mom and dad. Welcome, baby boy. All right. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky are officially parents, welcoming a baby boy to the world. That's right. It's the couple's first kid together. Sources with direct knowledge tell us he was born on May 13th in Los Angeles, but we don't know his name yet. Yo, you know what's so crazy? I ain't even going. Let me look at the screen and see if y'all can see that. Y'all can see those sneakers on the side, right? Now, those were all sneakers that I have been like, finding like different styles and just like finding different shit, right? But I'm telling you how since I was younger, I've been paying attention to this shit. I found it very weird that the internet follows you around. It's just like, I didn't ask you to post that there. So you just got to be smart enough. But see, the thing is that the average person that will look at that, they will be like, oh, that was sneakers I was looking at. Maybe that's a confirmation for me to go get it. No, nigga, that's marketing dollars. Do you understand how these machines work? I'm going to tell you, even as a person having a website. So you have tracking, right? So you have tracking and you have people who visit your website and things like that. It's certain things that you could do to remarket things to those people, like even with ads and stuff like that, right? It's just a whole nother world that you really got to know about. Like it just is. So I know about that, but I think that me seeing it is just annoying because it's always been annoying. I ain't never been the type of person to be like, oh, I always like, oh, like that's a coincidence. It's right there. No, they're paying marketing dollars. Now, if I click on that and I don't buy anything, they lost money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, a lot of times as a business owner, I respect people. So that's why I don't click their ads, because every time you click it and you don't buy anything, it does cost them money. So they stupid as hell for putting that on there for me, because I'm looking at it from that perspective. Like, why y'all always trying to fuck with people? Like, oh, maybe that's a confirmation that I should get those sneakers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah. That shit crazy to me. Anyway, so the last time we saw Rihanna was on May 9th in Los Angeles on Mother's Day weekend when she and Rocky grabbed dinner at Giardobaldi. It was back in January when the couple announced that they were expecting. With the NYC photo shoot, both sets of fans went nuts with excitement for Riri and ASAP. While Rihanna looked stunning throughout her pregnancy, wearing designer looks and proudly showing off her baby bump, there were also some drama that went down. I don't want to get into that shit. That's dumb. So listen, off that. Let's see. I fuck with Reed. Take it, Poppy. Love me, rude boy. I think one of my favorite Rihanna songs is "Hard." That shit will always go down in history because that was when she came back after that whole Chris Brown shit. Y'all can say whatever, this fun is forever. I'm up ever. You know this, tougher than a lion. Ain't no the sky is up. You know this, never lying. True teller that Rihanna arranges won't let up. All black on, black out shade, black out made back. I'ma rock this shit like fashion. Going to they say, stop in my runway. Never look so clear with the baddest in right here. Yeah, she killed that shit. Y'all niggas is hating if you say that shit. If she ain't kill that shit. Yo, that I wish I could play that because that beat is so hard. All up on it. No, you wanna bone it. Ain't like me, that bitch too phony. Ride this beat like a pony. Meet me at the top, ho. It's getting lonely. Yeah, she bodied that shit. I love her. Like when she came back with Russian Roulette with that album, I remember that whole rollout. Russian Roulette was a single, and everybody was just like, she came back on some pop shit. And now that I think about it, Russian Roulette was a cool song. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't like it at the moment. But I remember she did like a dual release. Let me just also speak on this at the same time. I don't think it was as dual as like, how like when Beyonce came out with like Beyonce changed the game and made history. So she's talking about even the way that people release singles. Cardi B made a statement like this the other day. She said something about people copy her even the way that they release singles, right? Which is not true. Anyway, so Beyonce and her dad even spoke about this in the interview, how he changed the game out. He was the first person to drop 2 singles at one time. When Beyonce came out with If I Was a Boy and If I Were a Boy, and then they dropped Single Ladies the same day. They came out with 2 singles, and then they had, I don't even think the videos came the same time, but I think it was close to it or whatever, right? But they did a dual single release, and it worked for them because Single Ladies was like, rhythmic, urban, pop crossover, while If I Was a Boy was more rhythmic and in top 40. So it was like she had the radio on smash with two records. Like that was crazy. So that was Matthew Method. I think later, then it was just like with Rihanna. I gotta look up. Let me look that up. Matter of fact, Rihanna Russian roulette release. See, so you could see it too. So you can understand what I'm saying. I don't think that it was released the same day like Beyonce, but it was definitely close. So you see that, right? So it says October 27th. So Rihanna Russian Roulette was released on October 27th, 2009. I remember that because I had just started this new job around that time. So let's then look this up. Give me a second. Rihanna Hard date. They ain't get a date though. It just said 2009. I know it was 2009. Oh, Hard came out in 2000. So wait, let me go back. October 27th. See, Rihanna did. Pay attention to this. So let me see. 27th. So that's maybe like a 29th, 30th, 31st, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. So they said Hard came out November 10th, 2009. So maybe that was like a 2-week gap or whatever. So let me just see. Hold on a second. Hold on. Rihanna Hard release date. Let's see. Okay, so it says Rihanna Hard was released on November 10th, 2009. So October 27th, so that would mean the 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd. the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. Yep, it was 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later. So she did a 2-week later release. See what I'm saying? I knew those singles dropped back to back, and that was for whatever album that was on. What album was that for? Yeah. All up on it. No, you wanna bone it. Ain't like me, that bitch too. That shit go, yo, that's one of her best. I wonder if I could find a rework of that song. Let me see some Rihanna hard rework. It's hard. Nah, that shit gonna sound nutty. We don't want, nah, hell no. Hell no. We don't want to have no shit like that. Definitely not. I give respect in my city, huh? You better respect when you with me, huh?
I give respect in my city, huh? You better respect when you with me.
New York.
I'm not the one to play with, huh? My hitters, they know that I'm saying shit. I really move like a Mason. No, you ain't fucking and killing no Jason. I give respect in my city, huh? Better respect when you with me, huh? I give respect in my city, huh? Better respect when you with me, huh? I'm not the one to play with, huh? My hitters, they know that I'm saying shit. I really move like a Mason. No, you ain't fucking and killing no Jason. I give respect in my city, huh? Better respect when you with me, huh? I give respect in my city, huh? Better respect when you with me, huh? My work out them fiendin', they calling me Blanco. Niggas, they know I'm in honcho. I keep a 9 in my bra like I'm Rondo. Hearing they sleeping on me, taking their head off no hollow. Bitches ain't seen me blindfold. Now y'all can't get my size. Stop your blood clot. Now get me crossed. Taking the losses what made me a boss. And now I be moving with caution. Nothing to get you right into your coffin. Demons, they taking the offer. Don't care about nobody. No, this ain't a Forster. Burning these bitches, they bully my daughter. Taking that dick and I'm throwing it awesome. He thirsty, mistaking the pussy the water. My hitters, they know that I'm saying shit. I really move like a Mason. No, you ain't fucking and killing no Jason. I give respect in my city, huh? Better respect when you with me, huh? I give respect in my city, huh? Better respect when you with me, huh? I'm not the one to play with, huh? My hitters, they know that I'm saying shit. I really move like a Mason. No, you ain't fucking and killing no Jason. I give respect in my city, huh? Better respect when you with me, huh? I give respect in my city, huh? Better respect when you with me, huh?
Yeah. So let's see. LeBron, you fell asleep last night. Hell yeah, I was out. Like, yeah, that Friday after that whole long week, yeah, I needed some time. So I was like, fuck, I said I was going to go live. But once 9:30 to 9:40 came, I was like, oh, shit. Definitely time to go to bed. Bitch, you better work, Carla Devine. Let's bring this up real quick because I just want to, let's see. Azealia Banks. Let's bring this up real quick. Let's scroll to the bottom. I really don't care how Azealia Banks. I really don't care how she feels about that whole Kara shit. I'm just trying to get to the shit that she said about Megan. Let's see. That shit was crazy. You see how and I like yesterday somebody had pointed out that how people was going crazy over what Azealia Banks was saying to Megan, but when it was a celebration when it was pretty much towards Nicki and people thought it was funny, you know what I'm saying? So Azealia Banks said on May 20th yesterday, and the fact that horse face wide back Meg the fucking Stallion, who's had no grace, coof, in desperate need of serious ethnic rhinoplasty, has the nerve to try to shade Kara. She needs to saddle on her back in a summer jumping hurdles in Ocala, Florida before anyone gives. I don't know. I be feeling like I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, bro, but I feel like Azealia Banks be listening to YouTubers because the way that she be going in, it's like, I ain't saying that people can't think like that, but how she be saying shit like this, come on. That ain't no fucking Twitter conversation. People don't be talking like that on YouTube temperature is completely different than that normal on YouTube. YouTube, you could really just pop shit. Twitter is just kind of different where people, just type their little characters up. But to me, that shit don't even matter because real talk, you got to learn how to build up a force field. And if you read the first, it depends on what type of person you are, but if you read the first few, whatever somebody's saying to you, unless it's something threatening you, then that's different. You got to make sure that you screenshot that and do whatever. But if somebody talking some bullshit, typically I don't even read whatever they say because it's irrelevant to me, and then you just getting blocked. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I run it. Like, you don't even you don't even deserve to have your shit read. You don't. You know what's so crazy? You just got to keep some regular outside of the internet rules applied to you when you're on the internet too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this, if like in certain ways, like this conversation that I'm having, I would have it in regular real life. This is not some shit that I'm getting up here and I'm fronting and like, oh, you would never see. Yes, I would say that. I've had these conversations off the microphone too. Listen, you have to realize I have women in my family. Some of them, like one of my cousins, she was just like, oh, you know, you just don't give Cardi a chance because you like Nicki or whatever, because she's one of those neutral fans where she just likes everybody. I'm not a neutral fan. I respect her standing though. You know what I'm saying? But you're a neutral. And the thing about it is it's not even about being a neutral fan. It's about liking quality. You told me a lot. And I mean, yeah, come on. You told me a lot, especially when you like that second Mace album. That shit was whack after his first album. Yeah, that taught me a lot. We have different tastes in music and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I just love talented people who like really make good songs and shit that's, you know, lyrical. That's what I typically like. And I love that they are the ones drafting it and writing it. So that's important to me. You feel me? It's just nothing really attractive about the artistry of a Cardi B. I love Azealia Banks. I hate that she has diarrhea at the mouth or at the hands, and she go online doing all the shit. But I'm telling you, there's a rhyme and a reason to what Azealia Banks does. Hold on a second. So listen, and the fucking fact that the horseback. Hold on a second. No, see, I want to give me 1 second. Hold on. I want to get to. Let's go to this one. I'm not the one to play well. Let's see. Azealia is just using this Twitter shit to just spiral out of control. This is really her forte. She was like, she needs this to drop her album because, you know, you want the conversation. When you have any type of community based around your business, you want Twitter because you need any place that's going to like be able to breed conversation around what it is that you're doing. It's very important. I will admit that. Especially if you care like that socially and, you know, in a marketing sense from, you know, using your social media, it is important. All right, give me a second. I wanted to make sure I got everything. So, all right. Yeah, screw all of that that Kara shit. I don't really care about that. Let's just bring this up. So she said, and the fact that horse face wide back Meg the fucking Stallion, who has no grace, couth, and desperate need of serious ethnic rhinoplasty, has the nerve to try to shade Kara. She needs to saddle on her back and summer jumping hurdles in Ocala, Florida, before anyone gives. So I don't know why she said that to that person because that tweet is deleted. But yeah, see, they don't like when people saying. See, the thing about it is when I've literally seen it myself. I've seen it myself with Megan Thee Stallion fans and with Cardi B fans. They think it's funny when she's saying shit about Nicki and they be in the mentions laughing and talking all of this shit, right? But then when she putting Megan on the chopping board, you see how many quotes that got? That's crazy. Let's see what people are saying. You are such a vile woman and you wonder why nobody like you, says Ricardo. You got all the smoke for somebody you never had a conversation with. You always want to kick and scream about anti-blackness and misogyny. That is true. That's true, Tay. And yet you're the main one perpetuating. And one thing that I don't understand about Azealia Banks, I said this before in the video. I don't understand that how she, you know, talks about like she talks about like all this pro-blackness and shit like that, but then it's like she employs all of these white people, like the producers and shit like that. I ain't saying there's nothing wrong with employing white people. They're regular people too. They need jobs, but it's just like she don't really walk the walk, talk the talk, and dance the dance and do what they can. Listen, this is an art. Listen, I made my mark, and there's no flyer with I am the spark, fire, flame. Like Azealia Banks, to me, that's a little contradictory. And I tell you, I urge you, never be one of those people to be around people and you see them contradicting themselves and don't tell them about it, because they need to be aware of it. If you ever felt that I contradicted myself, make sure that you mention it. Like, I think it's important to hold people accountable. Real talk. I think it is important to hold people accountable. So let's see what else, because I don't really want to focus on their comments. I want to focus on what she said. Let's put you back at the Wild and Out real quick. Whatever. Let's go back to the tweets. Let's go back. Let's see. A fuck about anything. Just because you are big and fucking doofy doesn't mean anyone is scared of you. Ooh, Azealia popping that pussy on Megan, huh? She trying to let her know that she'll go to blows with the Houston hottie. What? That's bold to me. A fuck about anything. And just because you are big and fucking doofy doesn't mean anyone is scared of you. And then we got to talk about how she was dick riding Doja. Oh, she was on Doja dick last night. Doja would have busted at least 5 times what she was on that. Yeah, she was. Let's keep going. Just because you are big and fucking doofy doesn't mean anyone is scared of you. Megan Thee Stallion. Rock Nation is always trying to use Cara in a way to push their artists in fashion one. I just can't wait till Jay gets over Meg and Rita. Just like he did with Rita. Yeah, he did Rita dirty. But everybody knows when Jay is done with something, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that he did Emil. Emil says she didn't know she was dropped until she listened to the radio. How you don't know you dropped? And this is contracts and abstracts and all of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had to write up and sign all of these contracts and you don't know that you signed, and you had to learn on the radio that you was dropped. Like, that's weird. That was weird to me, the way that story just panned out. And then Jay-Z did a little freestyle. And he was like, if you want to keep it real, you got to drop a mill. He was saying some shit about growth. Like, he was like, and if you want to keep it real, you got to drop a mill. But he did it in a metaphorical way to where you thought it was money, but he was really talking about a mill. Ooh, that hurt. I remember when Foxy Brown, she had that shit. What was that shit with A. Marie? I wonder if that shit would get me copywritten over, because A. Marie, that was a little older, Talking to Me remix. When Foxy responded to that nigga Jay-Z, because I remember she had that song, It's Necessary I Stays in Burberry and I Walk is Mean in them BB jeans, boy. So listen, when she had that song, It's Necessary I Stays in Burberry, remember Jay-Z had that song, All I Need in My Life is Sin, It's Me and My Girlfriend. And then remember he said that shit, and she don't wear Burberry, the only thing that's necessary to her, okay, but the necessary occur, right? Foxy took that as a shot. And she hopped on the A. Marie Talking to Me remix, and she said, and the fuck wrong with him? I don't wear Burberry in the pool. I wear Cavalli to swim. Yup, the streets chose me. I'm late feet, but catch a young girl in the cover of Dawn Deep or Brooklyn, stand up. Throw your fucking hands up. Y'all motherfuckers fucking with me? Oh, now a rap bitch wanna hop on Fox dick. My flow is classic. I can't be fucked with. So run along with your little ass hits. Every time I turn around, bitches got an accent now. Let's see if I can find that remix to that. That might be the Trackmasters. Is definitely, shout out to the Trackmasters. You know, they did amazing work with Foxy Brown. Talking to Me remix. See, I'm catching myself early on. I just want to see. I'm not playing it right now because I know I'm on topic, but I just want to see if this song is. I want to see if this song is copywritten. Hold on a second. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it's copywritten. They know what they're doing. So listen, let's keep going. Let's keep going. His hands up the ghetto and throws her to the fucking streets where she belongs. What an angry, violent, aggressive, and messy lesbian drunk. Fuck yuck. Kara is not your fashion bitch, sis. You scream protect black women and help Popeye sell surplus sweet heat. Damn, to me, that's fighting. The way that she coming at Megan, she want to fight. They in the same industry. Like, she want to fight. I don't even be saying shit like that. I just be like cutting the corners on her ass and just saying it with a, you know what I'm saying? Like how I really feel. But to me, that's like you talking to your coworker crazy. They might do a pop-up shit. They might even feel some type of way about what I'm saying. People don't like when you keep it real. But at least like the way his hands the ghetto and throws her to the streets where she belongs. I ain't never even say throw Cardi to the streets where she belongs. I ain't never say that I wanted Cardi to be poor, broke, without or anything. I never said that. Notice that. Even if I don't think she deserves where it is, I know what it's like to be. You see how high, just for example, how high gas and shit is going up too, and how prices are rising. I would never want any person to be without money. I actually think it's crazy when a person don't want to get money, unless medically they cannot get it. You know what I mean? I think that's crazy. So I don't want anybody to be broke, because this is a life that I think you should have experiences in and have money and be able to do things within shit. A lot of people, you know, they had time in this world and they ain't really have a lot of options of shit. Make sure that if you're physically able, fit, medically, you know, if you're able to get money, that you get it. Shit. Yo, I ain't never like, yo, his hands of the ghetto and throws her to the streets where she belongs. What an angry, violent, aggressive, and messy lesbian drunk. Fucking yuck. Kara is not your fashion bitch, sis. You scream protect black women, then help Popeye sell surplus sweet heat. Not surplus. Not surplus. Raps and surplus while you make do. Raps amazing, now I hate too. Raps a circus trying to cage who. These raps is running in and out the same crew. I'm gon' rap circles round you. I will rap circles round you. I'm gon' rap circles round you. I will rap circles round you. I'm gon' rap circles round you. I'm gon' rap circles round you. I will rap circles round you. I'm gon' rap circles round you. LeBron on the beat, or net and the Twisted Sweets. Dutch masters at 2 just to be complete. They want the grill, okay, nigga, get the beef when your face blast. Oh, really don't get your teeth out when they cap city, rap city, ho. You can spit fast, people know that you slow. Saying you right when we know that you won't, and we know that you don't. Yo, keep your back still. They asking from back still. Feed them rats pills, set them in the trap still. You ain't simply many question why you act ill. With nothing in store, tell me how you snag deals. But I know cause your prices is lower. They offer me more for the nicest to show up. I tower your shit like the Eiffel that go up. But nigga, you know what? Yeah, hold up. People be wildin' and blindin' my talent. You act like you don't hear this fire. You a nobody but a well-known liar. You talk too much, keep the jail phones tighter. I know your family's some well-known fighters. COVID with no lid, they spread that virus. In the pandemic, you ain't had a plan in it. Damn, now you done scamming it. This beat, I'ma cross-examine it and relay that. All my niggas ran with it on streets. I'ma take my stance on it and make sure that everybody stands on it. You alternate, I'm what they really want in this. I'm who they choose and you who they often get. It's up to me, I would just dispute the shit. We shoot the shit and figure out what coupe to get. Yo, I got it from beginning to the end with the flow, yelling head tight. Kill it with it, no, put your plant in the window, let it grow. Dealt with a little bit of pain on the low. Yo, some shit will break you. I would rather break through. My verses take 1, my ad-libs take 2. Working on the EP, album, and a tape 2. Drop shit you can relate to. Raps in surplus while you make do. Raps amazing, I would hate too. Raps a circus trying to cage you. These raps is running in and out the same crew. Yo, LeBron is a dawn, my hand on the Quran. And them off-whites can't stand it, I'm on my exit. Reps it, even in Texas, I don't need no motherfucking necklace. Like LeBron on the track, yo, it's more than just he say. My first week, I need it like a Jordan release date. He say, she say, cheesecake in each state. Bring that motherfucking verse in. Let's see, what else she say? Sauce and fried chicken sandwiches. Jay-Z literally took one look at your dumbass and switched out the Hennessy for his own brand of Douce while you grieve the loss of your mom. Ooh. See, she's saying some. Ooh. She tried to hit Megan with the death blow. As many times she tried to do the Nicki. But is she lying? I don't know. It just doesn't. It seems like it's at the wrong time, to be honest with you. What is her reason? Oh no, it's not the wrong time because she's comparing this. She's just bringing Megan up along with this whole Kara situation. So I can't say it's at the wrong time, especially if you do commentary because you just bring shit up along the way when you talk about some other shit. So I understand. So Megan just had to get the, you know, but why she ain't been said this shit? See, because she was on Instagram and she didn't want to get kicked off. Now she got her Twitter. Now she could pop that shit over here. I'm telling you, Azealia Banks is strictly using this shit to rile people up, get attention, and then she gonna drop her project. That's what it is. You see how she be posting her link for her cheapy XO? She want you to buy that soap. So sauce and fried chicken sandwiches. Jay-Z literally took one look at your dumbass and switched out the Hennessy for his own brand of Douce while you grieve the loss of your mom. What? Even he knows that is all you are worth, being a fucking desperate statistic easily swayed. Damn. She was trying to cover for blood for her ass. Con artist and grifter. I've had enough of Cara Delevingne pot shots. Enough. Jay-Z's female artist marketing tactics are so fucking played out. I agree. Drum up some domestic violence lie, garner public sympathy, strip the artist of her confidence, isolate them and use them as vehicles for whatever white think tank agenda a la mode. It's actually fucking pitiful. Yeah, Megan want that 50 Cent story. She just can't get it. Let me see. She said something else too. Let's see. Cara Delevingne is literally the least racist white woman I know. She was clearly fangirling over Doja, who looked great in Schiaparelli, by the way, and trying to help Meg work that small train from in between her ass crack. Totally weird smear game happening with Cara right now. Oh, I love this. I think it was something she said that I like. She said, if you're going to sell sex, then fucking wait. Is this I think this was after. I want to see. Yes, let's read this from the top. I think I'm reading it in the wrong order because it goes from the tip of top to the bottom. It goes to Twitter. So Cara never had to lie about being shot and conflate the very real death of Breonna Taylor into an agenda to garner sympathy during an election year. That SNL performance with the glass bullet holes was tasteless, careless, and opportunistic. Bad acting on Gail clips. Yo, that's like you want to fight your coworker. I've been through loads of shit, but never desperate enough to have marketing team try to use a tragic national event to market me as the black girl tragic mascot. I'm just not into the Meg the Stallion pity party divisiveness press release shit anymore. If you're going to sell sex, then fucking sell sex and sell it well. Booze, anger, lying, fried chicken are not sexy. If you're going to sell pity, then do that believably. I just don't believe anything is real worth the time there. Just dumb PR games. Yeah, it's dumb. That whole fucking interview sit down was dumb as hell too. Baby, stop. I'm so tired of playing. Stop. No more games. Stop. I'm so tired of playing. Stop. No. Oh, so she's talking to Doja Cat there. Oh, yeah, she had this thing to say to Doja. So, of course, she's going to respond to Doja Cat's post about the panic, the anxiety. Like, Azealia, come on. Be so predictable. Doja Cat was talking about her situation with the vape pens in her throat and shit like that. So somebody told Doja Cat, just throw them away. And Doja Cat said, throwing them away just instills panic. I'm addicted, but I'm not weak. I was literally staring at my vape today and normally would hit it. Hold on a second. Let me go back. She was like, she would hit it 2 times, hit it 1,000 times a day, and she hit it 2 times instead. I'm gonna try to go cold turkey. For now, but hopefully my brain doesn't need it all by then. So she said, take high doses of iglutathione and vitamin C, 20,000 IU a day, liquid magnesium, raw shaved ginger root in hot water, key limes, buckwheat, mullein tincture, Pepsid, daily subcutaneous B12 injections, seeded watermelon, soursop tea, and fruit, sarsaparilla root tea. What? Why she ain't DM her this? She trying to get her attention so bad. Like, not with 796 likes compared to a Doja Cat who got, I mean, not on that post, but Doja shit went up yesterday, especially when she announced that she canceled her tour. I felt bad, like, but I'm also gonna say how I really feel about that too. She said religiously carrot juice. Go see Dr. Joshin for Cairo. Infrared heating mats, lymphatic drainage massages with magnesium creams. Eat chickpeas if you can. Pull a veganish no alcohol month with Rick Simmons oil, melatonin, and lavender calamine tea. Spike with liquid magnesium. Let's see. Melted sea moss slob, shaved ginger root, and manuka honey for 7 p.m. sleep time. You'll heal up super duper fast. And check out for food for niggas on Instagram. Best of luck. Whatever. So she said something else about Megan. Uh, This is true though. Vitamin D was really low last summer. I had to take like 20,000 IU a week, but you're recommending a day. I'm confused because wouldn't 20,000 be too much? Hell yeah, it'd be too much. No, I think the most that you should take a day, I take 10,000, like depending on how many days I skipped, I'll take 10,000 IUs of vitamin D. So it just depends on, I mean, I think you should work your way up. The most I've ever done in one day was probably like 15,000 IUs. So many African Americans have a severe vitamin D deficiency. It's been studied. I had to start on 50,000 IUs 4 times a week for 3 weeks, then down to 20,000 IU a day. I had loads of types of childhood abuse that affect my body this day, unfortunately. Damn. I had loads of types of childhood abuse that affect my body to this day, unfortunately. Mm. Mm. I wonder if she had lead poisoning. How does lead poisoning impact somebody? I don't think that. I think you could still. Let me just look this up. Signs of lead poisoning. Oh, that can't be. It says delay in development, learning difficulties, irritability, loss of appetite, fatigue, weight loss, vomiting, abdominal pain, hearing loss, constipation, seizures. Yeah, I don't think she has that. Maybe she just whatever abuse she says she's been through. Let's see. Oh shit, they brung some old shit up that she did. Same reason she was telling a DS black woman to bleach her tar skin. Azealia Banks is redacted. Who gets mad when others don't share her self hate? So Azealia Banks commented under this girl's photo, "You need to hit up Dr. Dancy and get some whiteness and come up with a few shades. You look like a tar baby." That was mean. She has beautiful skin. See, Azealia been saying shit like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's dumb. What did she say to that? What was her response to that? A reach. I am not responsible for what the rest of the world thinks of this particular black woman. No matter how hard she wants to be responsible for what others think of her, we are not a monolith. Nothing I do or say will make her look worse than she already does. She's not ugly. I don't think that Azalea is much more prettier than she is. Like, and I don't think she's ugly. I don't think Azalea is ugly. Why would she say that about her? You see what I'm saying? And that little, she was probably like 14 or 15 years old at that time. Like, look how young that girl is. So it's like, hold on a second. I'm not saying that she's listening. I'm not saying that she ain't no supermodel. I ain't saying that she is one. And I'm just like, come on. That was fucked up. Let me just see something. Good. Mm, hold up a second. I was trying to see if I could find the page, but yeah, that looked like a little ass girl. That's crazy. Anyway, keep going. Some people are just going on anybody. They don't really care. I don't even want to listen to that. You really, no, you really can expect more from her. She hates dark skins or any black woman that looks better than her. See how she came after Meg and not Doja light skin. Then um, they were both with Kara. Boring and extremely archaic. I love gorgeous plastic surgery. Some people want 8 hour wash days. I prefer a skin bald head and super high quality hand tie wigs. It's the identity I've chosen. P.S. No one looks better than me. Night night. Excuse me. Let's see. Yep, and that's it. So what else do I want to go? Give me 1 second. Let me see if I want to go to Google for this one. I might want to see Doja Cat. Tour. Zoom in this club slow now. So what you gon' You got that or you bust with me oh babe go Let's bring this up real quick from USA Today. They just posted this like 9 minutes ago. I think this is USA Today. Okay. So Doja Cat to skip festivals the weekend tour after tonsil surgery. All right. Let me just say this, right? I do think that Doja Cat definitely wanted to take a break, right? And I feel like this is perfect for her. Even though it's like I know that you have to realize, do you think that she got to a point where she has made a lot of money, right? How do you think the people in the back are going to feel about this, that she's not going to get those additional get that additional money? But there was also something I was thinking about at the same time. Let me see. I want to Google something because I believe that there is insurance for artists. Let me see. What if a artist is sick on tour? I want to see some. Don't get sick on tour. Let me see. Let's see. I think artists do get paid. I think if you can produce some sort of medical document that proves that you can't perform due to a medical reason, I think that I really do believe that. Because I always remember, like, anytime an artist, if they cancel, a lot of the times, like, unless it's some bullshit, you normally hear that such and such was sick. They'll always go to the hospital. I'm telling you, you kind of know that thing where, let me tell you how I would play this shit off sometimes. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. I'm not trying to promote it or anything, but I've done a lot. You got to realize I've been working for years. So you ever called into work? Like, let me tell you how simple this shit is for me, especially when I had good insurance where that shit was nothing, literally nothing. So I would say that I call in from work or some shit, right? And then they like, oh, you need a doctor's note or something. You know how jobs was like that in prior years. I don't even know if people's job is still like that. They like, you need a doctor's note or whatever. I would literally go to my primary care physician, pay that little $10 copay, and just tell her I wasn't feeling good, whatever. Check my temperature, check my blood pressure, whatever. I used to have this method too, and I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to do it. Nope, I'm not going to do it because y'all going to think that I'm crazy. And no, I ain't going to tell you. But I would have a way to make sure that like my temperature went up. So when I would go into the office, she could take my temperature. She'd be like, "Oh, you are running a little warm." So then she would write me a just an excuse for the 2 days or whatever, just to say drink a lot of fluids and slight temperature XYZ. Yep. So you just have to have ways around getting that paperwork. anytime that I've ever heard of an artist not going to a show, there's always been some sort of medical reason attached to it. I remember Beyonce, when she missed one of her only shows overseas somewhere, she was like sick or some shit like that, and she rescheduled, came back, and she performed a new song for them and made it up to them and shit like that. So they do shit to make it special. But Doja Cat, in this case, before I read this article, I think that Doja Cat wanted a break, and I think this is exactly why she did that shit. Hold on a second. So Doja Cat skips to skip festivals, the weekend tour after tonsil surgery. Where's the article at? I hope it's not just a video, because I'm not playing a video. Nah, we can't do that. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let me stop this. Because now the shit is not responding. I don't know what's going on. All right, Doja Cat. Give me a second. All right, Variety. That's a bad look to me personally. When people start pulling out of tours and stuff, I ain't never hear about this, about like, growing up and hearing people pulling out of tours and shit like this. It just seemed like a lot of these artists is lackluster nowadays. Truly. You see how they promoting these sneakers right here too? You see what I'm saying? I ain't asked them to put that there. That's crazy. Them niggas will try to promote to the death. So Doja Cat pulls out of the Weekend Stadium Tour Festival concerts. Let's see. Bring this closer. Doja Cat has pulled out of her opening slot on the Weekend Summer Stadium Tour and all forthcoming festival dates due to tonsil surgery, the singer announced on Friday. "Hi guys," she wrote in the past post on her Instagram story. I wanted you to hear from me first. Unfortunately, I have to have surgery on my tonsils as soon as possible. The surgery is routine, but recovery is going to take a while due to swelling. That means I have to cancel my festival run this summer as well as the weekend tour. I feel horrible about this and can't wait for it to heal so I can get back to making music and create an experience for y'all. Damn. In addition to the Weekends tour, which runs from July to September, Doja was scheduled to perform tomorrow, May 21st, at the Hangout Festival in Alabama and the UK's Glastonbury Festival next month. You should put Nicki on those dates. I would love to see Nicki. Could you imagine? Let's tag the Weekend and tell him to put Nicki on. No, Nicki got her own schedule though. She got her festivals coming up, and she gonna be overseas in July. But that would be dope if he put somebody in those spots each and every day. I would go see Nicki. I don't think the Weekend is coming. Is he coming to Houston? I don't know, but I would go if Nicki was coming. I've seen the Weekend. I remember me and my cousin when we really loved one of those albums by the Weekend. We loved it, and then it was like we seen his stage show, and it was just kind of like left to right all night. It was nothing different. It was just kind of like boring. I'm pretty sure he stepped up his stage show since then, but he was kind of big at that point. You got to realize, like, during that, I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. Oh my God, like that shit get airy when you like listen and think about certain songs from certain times where everything was all good. That's crazy. Yeah, let's move on. So Doja is off the tour. She had hinted the bad news might be coming when posting about her tonsil ailment earlier this week. "Doctor had just cut into my left tonsil," she wrote on Twitter. "I had an abscess in it. My whole throat is fucked, so I might have some bad news for y'all coming soon," she continued. "I was taking fucking antibiotics, but forgot that I was taking them, and then I drank wine and was vaping all day long. And then I started getting a nasty ass growth on my tonsils. So then had to do surgery on it today." And then following with the flurry of tweets about how difficult it is to quit vaping, her Twitter handle is now throat tussie era. Listen, Doja, listen, I'm happy that you said it, sweetheart, because look, yo, have you ever had people who just love to tell you their information and shit like that? Well, I had this coworker who just loved to tell me all of her business and shit. This was years and years ago, probably like in the early 2000s. I'm trying to see if I could pull this up closer. Oh, so this is just what she said on Twitter or on her, and she posted it on Twitter and her Instagram page. So I had this girl that I used to work with, right? And so she told me that she was dealing with this guy who she was just like, she had to go to the emergency room. And I said, so she ain't coming to work one day. And so I was like, oh shit. I was like, I had bought pizza for everybody the day before because, I had just got like a promotion or something. So I had bought pizza for everybody. I said, I brought pizza for everybody. I said, you didn't come yesterday. She was like, oh my gosh. She was like, yo. So after work, when we was at the standing outside, she was just like, I wanted to tell you, she was like, I had to go to the emergency room yesterday because she was like, I'm talking to this guy. And she pretty much said that he wasn't circumcised and that I guess she was performing oral sex on him. And yeah, she got a throat infection. So she had to get antibiotics like to clear it up. She wasn't like, she didn't have no STD or anything. I guess it's pretty much based on if the person is uncircumcised or not, and they don't clean it or whatever. So she had a little throat infection and she said her tonsils was like inflamed and shit. So this definitely made me think of that, but I don't think that happened to Doja Cat. But when she changed her name to Throat Wussy, why she changed her name to Throat? Like she been thrusting something in her throat. Throat Tussie era? That sound like something is thrusting. Like, you feel me? And I only said this story because she named herself Throat Tussie. I wouldn't even said it because I did think of the story. I didn't want to relate this. Like, oh, you trying to say Doja Cat was performing on somebody dirty DIC? And no, I'm not saying that. I'm just being that she said Throat Tussie. It just made me share the story. So that coworker who I was working with at that time, she had to get on antibiotics because I guess she was dealing with a guy who had some bacteria, and he gave her a bacteria infection in her throat. So be careful when you performing those things on people. Make sure that people are clean. While the news was unexpected, it was not a total shock. Doja has been on a years-long run of her non-consistent work, including multiple appearances on award shows, as high-billed appearance at the Coachella Festival last month, and the release of her third full-length album, Planet Her, last summer. She has showed signs of strain in recent months, including announcing that she's quitting music earlier this year, and some grumpy public statements. And although it's forced the cancellation of months of work, the tonsil situation may actually give her a welcome breather. Yep. However, her strong performances at Coachella showed that she is more than capable of filling big stages as a headliner, and her long run of platinum singles, including five from her Planet Her album, Planet Her alone, should give her a decent cushion until she's ready to hit the road again. I think so too. Doja definitely got that. She getting the radio playing shit like that. Get Into It, yeah, is not really doing as good as like Women on radio. I see that it declined a little bit. Maybe it'll pick back up because some new releases out and shit. Also, hopefully, Do We Have a Problem does return to the Billboard Top 200 next week. Nicki is very silent right now and shit like that. So we're gonna see what's going on with that. So yeah, we wish the best for Doja Cat. Like I said, like I think she should pay attention to just things that she does. All that vaping and shit, you never know like the long-term effects of it. And I will tell you this. It's very good to get some sort of supplemental insurance. I told you guys that like that's the type of job that I have. We offer like supplemental insurances and shit like that. And it's important to have that coverage. I know that right now, say you in your 30s, right? And say that you're not trying to think about your death or your demise or being in your 60s, 70s, 80s. And what if you have to go into a nursing home? Like, I want to tell y'all something real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I'm going to tell you how quick it goes, right? This is what happens. Say you work hard your whole life. You get this home, right? Say you buy a home and now you and your family live in this home. You're making all this money and shit like that. And good upbringing. You like, what? We getting older. We're gonna leave this house to my kids, XYZ, whatever the case may be, right? So you getting older, then now you get on Medicare. Now you got your Medicare coverage. Now say your husband or say you get cancer, right? Now you need all of this treatment. Now Medicare only covers but so much, and then you ain't got no other coverages, and now you got to pay all this money out of your pocket, right? Now your finances starting to get fucked up, and now you know you ain't having the money like that, but you need this care. You need all of this care. Let me tell you something. If you have to ever get to the level of getting on Medicaid and you own a home and you have a home and shit like that, if you go into a nursing home or you need money or some shit like that, my nigga, they taking that house. I'm just telling you that right now. So everything that you worked for up in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you get sick and need to go into a nursing home. Who you think going to pay for that? You think that's free? Nope, but guess what? Somebody who's on Medicaid and ain't got nothing and own nothing to their name, they're gonna get the whole free ride through the system, through the skilled nursing, through all of that, through all of it. I'm telling you, if you own anything, that's why I'm telling you. Like this lady I used to work for when I worked at this other place, she told me that her mother got cancer. Soon as her mother got diagnosed with cancer, they switched everything over from the house. She knew that her mother would be alive for at least the next 4 to 5 years. And Medicaid, Medicare, they go back and look back 4 years. Medicaid goes back 4 years. So they'll see any properties owned within a certain time. And they was trying to fight her on it because it was like her mother was like, I think it was like on the 4th year, but they ended up winning. Do you know that her mom owned a home somewhere in Houston? The house was ran down though, right? But it was just based off the area that I was in that it had went up so much. That house was worth like $800,000. $800,000. She said, nope. They switched. She said, as soon as her mother got ill, she started signing that paperwork over because I'm telling you, that's what happens. That is exactly what happens, because then the next thing you know, the damn state owns something that your parents don't work their whole life for, and you thought that it was gonna go to you, but now the state owns it because all of this healthcare and shit. So yeah, I think that's also why a lot of people, black people, they don't like putting their people in nursing homes. But you got to have a special type of care to be able to take care of, your family, and you have to have a certain type of dedication to it because anything could go wrong, and you're going to be liable for it. My friend was trying to take care of their family member up to a certain point, and then they just had to put them in a nursing home. But listen, this lady. Oh, so this was the point where I was trying to say. So I told you I have supplemental insurance. That's what I work for. I do, right? So this lady. Her family called in. She invested in a policy where that we handle, right? So it was a nursing home policy. She started paying on this shit when she was like 29 years old. So if she had ever needed to go into a nursing home, we pay $700 per day. Do you know how much that takes off of you and your family? And after your family got to come up with this money, and then if your family ain't got the money up, they got to take that. I want to let you know, nursing homes cost a lot of money per day. That's thousands of dollars per day. So you got to think about your long-term care. She had long-term care facility coverage. So if she ever gets sick anywhere in life, my nigga, she even had your family don't got to worry about it. You know that many people don't even want to encumber their family with their sickness. They want to be able to be taken care of on their own. Like, I think if I would be okay in a facility, I think I would rather be on my own. I wouldn't want my family coming to wipe my ass and do shit like that. I would want to just exist. I remember when I was younger, my mom used to just say that. She said, if I ever get older and something happens, she said, just put me in a nursing home. She said that to me. And I was like, no. And she's like, yeah, just put me in a nursing home. I wouldn't want to have y'all to have to worry about that and stuff like that. And I've heard many people say that, but I think it's good to start looking into supplemental insurance policies. And even though you don't want to think about it, you could be in your car today and dying for a fucking accident. You ain't got no life insurance. I got life insurance that I've had before I even started working. I want to get another policy. But I got a life insurance policy through my job. I have a separate one that I purchased like during the pandemic. Yeah, it's good to have those things set up. We don't want to think about that, but I'm telling you, like, death is something that's imminent and it's definitely going to happen. So yeah, let me just see. Medicaid only because that's for people who basically only get regular Social Security, and Medicare doesn't do that. Yeah, but I'm telling you, you ever get sick and everything you work for, you say, yo, I remember my grandmother when she passed away, the way that they tried to handle her finances was crazy. They only let them take money out to pay for the funeral from her bank account. That was it. That was it. Even though she had life insurance and shit like that, other money that they collected on, they was like, they locked Medicaid. When I tell you they had a lock on that account, they said they could only take money out to pay for the funeral services. So they let them take them little thousands out. And then there was money that they took, like for the food and stuff. Like they was very strict on it. I don't know if any of you guys ever dealt with that, but it was weird as fuck to me that it's just weird. That shit weird that they had a lock on her account. They had a lock on it. Like shit crazy. So I know it might be a thought you don't want to think of. Let me tell you this, right? Every day I feel a little sad because let me tell you another story that happened to me recently. So I spoke to this lady and she was, I was getting her signed up and shit like that. And I'm giving her the outline and shit like that. And so she was telling me she was getting, she was telling me that about getting the supplemental plan because she lost one of her sons. He was like, only like 20 years old, and he was just left the house that night to go get something to eat or something, right? 20 years old. He didn't have a seatbelt on. He ended up running off the road and he was ejected from the fucking sunroof easily like that. You don't want to think that something could happen to you, but it could happen to you. And you want to make sure that your family is taken care of and they're not encumbered by bills. And maybe they do have a little bit of cushion to, like, I ain't saying money will bring the person back, but it makes things a little bit more easier when you ain't got, when you ain't got no money, shit is hard. Shit is hard, like real talk. So likes, retweet, streams, they don't translate in filling seats. Ask Cardi, she can't sell at a 2-day festival and has millions of views. Oh, I see what you want. Hey guys, let's see. Doja niggas ain't shit. Come over, your tonsil stones can't pay your rent. Listen to your nurse. She says niggas ain't shit. You crazy. Let's see. You talking about the weekend. Give me a second. Doja fuck with them wiggers. The weekend should get Megan to open. Megan can't even sell. Nah, he can't get Megan to open up. You think that would be a good look? Even though I think that would make more sense than her going on tour with Dua Lipa. Like, that was dumb as hell to me. Yo, can I tell you? I wanted to post a picture of that shit. I'm gonna post it on my community tab. But yo, that shit was so good. Matter of fact, let me post it right now. I was like, yo, them Papado plates is plentiful. Let me post what I bought last night. I fucked that shit up last night. I kind of want it again today, to be honest with you. I kind of want it again. Let me show you this shit. I'll tell you, that shit was so good. Then Papado plates be plentiful. All right. When I tell you, and you know what it is, it's kind of regular, but I ain't had this shit in so long. I think when you ain't have, like, to me, like living in the South, I never like really had fried shrimp like that in New York. But when I moved down here, then yesterday I had some fucking fried shrimp from this other place. Yo, I'm about to call Papados back too because I gotta ask them something. I don't want to yeah, I could say that over the air. I didn't want to make them feel bad, but I'm like, yo, I came there yesterday. I'm like, I ordered like, medium shrimp. They didn't devein the shrimp. And I'm just like, don't you guys normally devein it? I feel like I didn't never seen that many black veins in my shrimp before. I pulled all of them shits out, but it was just a fact. I'm like, typically you just get the shrimp, but shit, they might offer me something for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga like that. Let me tell you something about me. I'm gonna hustle something out of your ass. If something ain't right, and I got home last night, let me tell you this first too, right? So I got home. I don't live far from the Papados that I go to, right? So I probably live at most 10 minutes away from it, right? So I got home and even before I got home, I opened up my box because I always wanted to check to see the temperature on the fries. I promise you, I was only probably about 4 or 5 minutes down the road and the fries was cold. So then that was one thing. And then another thing, that when I got home and I'm eating and whatever, shit was still amazing. I love their fried shrimp. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed that it wasn't deveined, and I'm just like, it was butterfly shrimp, but I'm like, it was so many black veins in it. I'm just like, then y'all niggas supposed to do? I've never seen this happen before. Like, was y'all just rushing because it was a Friday? If y'all was rushing, it was because of Friday. I'm definitely gonna say something because I need to, y'all need to do my experience over. Papados is big at doing your experience over. A lot of restaurants, you might not know that, they don't really want you to have a negative type of experience. So if you tell them about something and you just be kind of like subtle about it, they'll make it right for you. Hell yeah. You don't understand, yo. I think my homeboy, was it? Yo, yup. I think we went to Papados and we had a fucked up experience, right? Sent the email or whatever. They called me back and said that they wanted to redo the experience. And me and my friend Lester, we went and had that whole experience over. Desserts, all of that shit. That nigga was like, yo, you crazy. You know how to work some shit. When I tell you, I'm the friend that you want to call when some shit is like, yeah. Because I know how to talk to these businesses and shit like that. It's just because I've just been doing it for so long. Because I'm telling you, Let me tell you some other shit that I did. I ordered these polo boots. This was like back in 2016. Like I ordered these Ralph Lauren polo boots, right? And I remember I was going to this event. No, it wasn't 16. It wasn't 16. This was like 2014, right? So I ordered these boots and I was just like, ordered them from Ralph Lauren. I ordered the overnight to get them to me. So the boots didn't end up coming because of some sort of snowstorm in New Jersey. So I ended up having to go to the mall and I bought these other Ralph Lauren boots that I didn't really like. And I just was like, I just wanted these specific type of boots. So the boots didn't end up coming. So I had to buy another one. So when I spoke to Ralph Lauren, they didn't even come on the second day. It was like, it was a weekday. So it didn't come on that Monday and it didn't come on that Tuesday. So I'm like, damn. So I called Ralph Lauren. I said, look, I had to go to this. I bought these boots and I paid for overnight shipping. And, I did everything that I had to do. I said, you guys didn't even communicate with me to tell me that, there was a snowstorm. I said, there was no communication. This is how you have to talk to, like, you know what I'm saying? So they was like, we're sorry. You know what? The boots are already in transit. Keep the boots and we're going to refund you your money. So I got that 150 or 170 back and I got that pair of boots that was already in transit. So it was a win-win. You feel me? I'm telling you, I know how to. I'm gonna rock this shit like fashion and soon as they say you stop. Yeah, I know how to talk some shit. And I'm definitely about to call Papa Do's before it get busy because it's 11:51. I'm about to get off of here soon. Is there anything else? Let me see. Yeah, Nicki Minaj popularity. I forgot to talk about that. So they was just doing the comparison. They had did a study on Nicki's popularity. Let me bring this up real quick. Yeah, because that's the last thing I want to touch on. And then I'm about to get up out of here. Let's see. Let me go to, because I ended up liking the tweet. Let me see. I'ma rock this like going to the state. Stop in my run never so clear with the baddest. And I like this post, yo. She be posting some real shit. I like whoever it is behind this. So they said there are so they had posted this thing from XXL magazine, rap albums that with weeks over 200,000 units. So they just posted them. And somebody said there are more female rappers signed to major labels than ever before, but men are still dominating the genre. Why do we think that is? Because a lot of them is watered down. That is the truth. It is a lot of female rappers, but they ain't moving units. Female rap has become watered down and everything is predictable for most of them. Do you have nice visuals? Do you have nice, good choreography? How many likes do you get? You have a BBL, lowered the bar to everything but rap. I wouldn't take them serious either to support. Damn, I felt that, and I really did because that's true. Let's see. Okay, this is what it was. So it was like some sort of music, some sort of study that they did. The music artist traveling through generations. I thought that this was actually dope. So music lives through generations, and songs that were popular years ago could still be someone's favorite, regardless of the time since it has released or the position on the charts. Music can transport listeners on a journey of nostalgia and emotions, helping people relive old memories. I'm telling you, when I think about certain songs, I think about, for example, my friend who passed away. It's just certain music that gives me a feeling like I should just be like, damn, like that was a time where like shit was just good and like everybody was happy and people was just shit. I'm telling you, music is so. I remember every era of music. When it comes to music, I remember where I was, how it made me feel. Like there's something about like around the time I graduated from school when that like Lumi D, uh-oh. You know, no, no, no. There ain't no one. And then that whole Kaya, my neck, my back. It was like that was an era. You feel me? So anyway, let's continue on with the article. Music can transport listeners on a journey of nostalgia and emotions, helping them to relive old memories. Similarly to this, some artists can resonate so strongly with a listener that they support them throughout their career by being avid fans. I would consider myself an avid fan to several people. Definitely Beyonce, definitely Jay-Z, definitely Nicki Minaj, definitely Foxy Brown. I think even though Lil Kim is not my favorite, even when she drops shit, I still be listening to it. I might not buy it, but shit, I think that's if you listen and checking for a person. I wouldn't consider myself an avid Cardi fan. I just do commentary on her. I don't listen to her music secretly behind the scenes, none of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So listen, let's go forward. All right. At Roberts, we wanted to find out if older artist fans were interacting with the world of modern music and just how involved the older generations are with music in 2022. We surveyed 2,000 UK respondents to find out how familiar they are with various artists and their views on music and how, or even if the tastes have developed. Where are people finding the music they love? We wanted to find out where they find the music they want to listen to. Interestingly, only 30% of people follow the music and the charts. But see, that's in the UK, and that's also a smaller number. You just gotta look at that. They surveyed 2,000 people in the UK, and they said 30%. So what's 30% of 2,000? That's not a lot of people. Anyway, it may not come as a shock that 76% tell us that they prefer to follow their own music taste as opposed to current songs on the radio. In addition to just 18%, the silent generation 74 plus told us that they enjoy listening to music that people younger than them listen to. Now we know that older music artists tend to not appear in the charts unless the song becomes popular again or is a re-release. But when we asked if people find older songs and artists boring, Gen Z was a generation that agreed that they did the most at 34%, followed by other generations with decreasing returns in chronological order. Just 1.85% of the silent generation agree. We also found that men are nearly twice as likely to find older music boring, with 21% compared to women at 11%. I just want to get to the Nicki part to see how people responded to her music. Let me see. What was this kind of breaking down? Let's get to the Nicki part because I'm not gonna read all of this shit. This is a little. So Doja Cat, most of her fans are age 16 to 24, 16 to 23. I could see that because my nieces love Doja Cat. Cardi B, 71% of her fans are 16 to 23. Nicki Minaj, 75% of her fans, 16 to 23. Destiny Child's 50%. Beyonce, 76%. All right, so let's see. Let's get to it. All right. The music fans on the rise. So this is Nicki Minaj, the music fans on the rise. So so these are all of the people who listen to Nicki's music based on, whatever data they did. So age 74 plus, 13% of fans, right? Baby boomers. So my mom is a baby boomer and she's definitely in that number because she knows Nicki. She loves Moment for Life. She loves Nicki's vibe and shit like that. Let's see. Generation X, age 43 to 54, 47% of the fans. I am definitely in the millennials, Generation Y era. So that's age 24 to 42, 66% of the fans. And then most of Nicki fans, 75% of them is 16 to 23, Generation Z. So yeah, let's see. So they was comparing it to like Drake. So you see Nicki's traditional silent generation, age 74 plus, hers is 13%. Drake's is 12%. But see, I don't understand how they base these numbers. If this is just based off of the people who they surveyed, that was a small number of people too. But nonetheless, I think that's dope. Let's see. So Drake had 12% of people, almost 13%. That's basically 13%, age 74 plus, 20%, 55 to 73. Nicki had 24%. Because Nicki got that sex appeal and that anaconda shit. And Nicki got a lot of different factors that attract people. You have to realize that that's true. Nicki, her sex, like, listen, if you're selling sex, you better sell it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's so many people who love that Anaconda video just based off of how she sold that shit in that video. And it wasn't even over the top sex. Like, it wasn't even like out there like that, but it was just a dope video from the workout scene to the choreography, like all of that shit. I love the Anaconda video, the forest scene. So I'm pretty sure a lot of that is why a lot of those older, it's probably like a lot of older guys who, I'm telling you, that's how that shit, it fills up. I'm telling you, it's probably a lot of older, like, oh, that Nicki Minaj. Like, yeah. Them niggas like Nicki, them older niggas. You know they do. You know they feeling her. They be finding a way to keep up with Nicki. So Generation X, 43 to 54, Drake had 39%. Nicki had 47%. I'm telling you, it's the niggas. Listen, Nicki got more male fans than you really realize. I don't believe that it's mostly, I think that it is women a lot in there, but I think it is because of the men. I'm telling you. What is this based off of? Like, you know what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Oh, y'all niggas is still on the Twitter screen. My bad. Oh, shit. Like, my bad. This is why I be doing my commentary. I be trying to stay in my own little world, but I should have looked at the screen. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. I really do. So now let's go back and just, you know. I apologize. Really didn't cause you no pain, baby. Yeah. I just wanna go back to being necessary. When I really wanna make this time before you go out my life. Really got me for you. Really got me for you. Hey, before you go, I guess it's true. And I'll even know. Hold on. Let's see. All right. So this is music fans on the rise. So they just doing the comparisons of music fans on the rise based on their generation and shit like that. You see traditional silent generation, that's 74 plus. Baby boomers, age 55 to 73. My mom is definitely a baby boomer. Generation X, age 43 to 54. Millennials, age 24 to 42. I'm definitely a millennial. Generation Z, 16 to 23. Yeah. So Nicki, so you see her traditional, so people age 74 plus, 13.89%. Drake, 12.96%. But Drake does get a lot. Do you see what I'm saying? Where it's just like, that's weird to me because it's just like, we know that we love Nicki, but Drake get a lot of streams. So it's just like, that's even crazy still seeing that comparison. But this is only based on a small amount of people too. So, let's see. So Nicki traditional, so age 74 plus, 13.89%. I do believe that is definitely a lot of older men because I'm telling you, Nicki has that. She has that sex appeal, and men love Nicki Minaj. That's one thing. She's beautiful. Let me tell you, this is what the truth is about Nicki, and that's why I think she will always have support. She's beautiful. She really is talented. And she's consistent with her efforts as far when it comes to her lyricism. She's consistent. She's and just always refreshing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I personally feel. And I think that's why she's able to just stay consistent and be relevant for 15 years. Like Nicki has been a thing before she even went mainstream and before she even dropped the album. So she's been rocking this shit for a while. So that's why when I be in, when I see people arguing about, if and on some real shit, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B are both newer artists than Nicki Minaj. They should be doing better on all levels than her because she's been 15 years in. But you have to realize Nicki has continued to build, and that's why I think she's continues to sell because with tapping into all of these generations of different people, she's able to still have fans, and like that just ranges from all types of ages and people who tap into her. She's done a good job with marketing herself and just being overall consistent with her brand. That's how I feel. So listen, Nicki 13.89%, Drake 12.96%, baby boomers 55 to 73, 24%, Drake 20%. That's crazy. That's a 4% difference. So people 55 to 73. That's a lot of them older guys looking at Nicki, watching her videos, doing shit. Yeah. Generation X, Nicki 47%, Drake 39%. What do you think that difference is? Do you think people in their 43s to 54s, is there something about Drake that they don't like and Nicki that they do like? Maybe it's the interest. I don't know. I think Nicki is also more interesting. Female rappers are more interesting than male rappers too. Let's see. Millennials generation. in Generation Y, age 24 to 42, 66%, and then Drake, 61%. I don't know. To me, this kind of seems a little skewed to me because we know that Drake gets a lot of streams. He gets a lot of playlists and support and shit like that. I don't know. I think this might be a little bit off. What do you guys think? I think it might be a little off when it comes to Drake. Oh, I get what you're saying. I think I see what you're saying. You said Drake can get very gimmicky at sometimes. Yeah, outside of the songs that be singles and shit like that, he do be having some good songs. Nicki does have real fans. You're definitely right about that, Erica. But I do think Drake, he's a high streamer. So who's streaming? So it's just like if Drake, for example, right? If we know Drake gets high streams and shit like that, right? What are they? But they're basing this off of this study that they did with those. That's what I'm saying. Like they did a study with. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see what they said about this article. Let's read the follow-up. Dua Lipa, she's even lower. Olivia Rodrigo, but you see how they make her seem so poppin'? Ain't nobody featuring that like that. So while some artists may be disappearing with every new generation, who is going to be replacing them after Generation Z? Drake, Nicki Minaj, Dua Lipa, and Olivia Rodrigo are all artists that are very familiar to the younger generations, but see a drop-off as we ask each age group. After 2/3 of Generation Z are familiar with all of these artists compared to just about 1.85% of the silent generation being familiar with Olivia Rodrigo. Ed Sheeran is the most popular modern artist in our study for the eldest generation, with 61% being familiar compared to the 77% of Generation Z. On average, Nicki Minaj's popularity grows 33% with every younger generation, very similar to Dua Lipa at 34%. Olivia Rodrigo's popularity, however, grows 55% with every younger generation. Does this mean Olivia is the artist of these newer generations? With her popularity on TikTok, songs like Driver's License and Good For You have been used on the platform over 1 million times. Driver's License reached #1 in the official charts and stayed there for 9 weeks, becoming the longest running #1 debut single in 15 years. Our survey results show us that regardless of the time when some artists were most popular, their music can continue through the generations. While the older generations are finding it more difficult to relate to the newer music releases, there is a huge opportunity for new artists to create the soundtrack for Generation Z, and the ones that follow will continue to be heard for years to come. That was a good article. Good ending with Nicki being at the tippy top. Nicki's fans are real, so we all know that. I know that they felt like they was going to strip her of that when that whole hate train and shit happened. They have to realize they can't really do anything with Nicki. I won't lie to you. I'm kind of like wondering what's next, because it's kind of like the talk of the whole documentary. Everything went silent, so we just don't know what's coming next. And I think that's honestly the best thing that's the best thing as an artist, because Nicki is just silent. But like I said, I know she's working towards those festivals. You know that she's working. She's going to be rehearsing and putting shit together, trying to figure out the set list and shit like that. I can't wait to see what Nicki is going to bring forward with this new era. Minaj's Moscato, only better time. Drake has no machine. Cardi does. You see that on Twitter. What you talking about? LeBron, Drake is also smoking mirrors. We, the people of Toronto, know the truth. Oh shit! I think Drake has a huge fan base, though. You think he doesn't? If your streams are only high on Spotify, you're not doing well, as people think. Give me a second. Let me go get something to drink. I ain't played this track in a second, so no. You know what? Yeah, I ain't played this in a second. Let me play this. 518 and Rap City. Yo, your boy LeBron. Yo, these niggas already know, man. What the fuck they know? We on that 518 shit. What else, man? We on that live 18 shit. Okay. And yeah, yo. Let's get into specifics, man. Let's go. Yo, challenges, yeah, I'm going through them challenges. I pay my bills, roll up the best and try balance it. Challenges, yeah, I'm going through them challenges. I seen hip-hop push a few artists that's not talented. Whole bunch of certifications for a pile of shit. And the ones that don't write they raps, they be vile as shit. They wrote the title too, so what are you entitled to? And we don't know if you wrote that. Quote that. Rapping all out of your chest, but you ain't know that. Ghost Rider carry the guns, you ain't tote that. Fuck around, I'm hitting the messenger with that toe tag. And you eighth copping niggas ain't fucking with that dope bag. Shit's about to get real, it's gonna be so sad. The ones that be faking streams hate to see it. I rap and rhyme my own shit, man, I hate to see it. It's like this clown shit going on, but they don't hate to be it. Yo, challenges, yeah, I'm going through them challenges. I pay my bills. Yeah. So listen, let me actually make this phone call while we on the line. I want to ask him something. Pop for those. Yeah, I want to call him before I get busy. So. Hold on.
For reservations or online ordering, visit www.papado.com. To speak with a to-go server, press 1. For private dining information, press 2. Press 3 to speak with a friendly host. Transferring to extension 204. One moment, please. Which highlight our chef's latest seasonal creations using the freshest.
Let's see what they say.
Available from around the world. Inspired by the flavors of the New Orleans French Quarter, with an energetic atmosphere and authentic flavors, our full bar offers premium cocktails, beer, and wine, as well as specialty drinks like the Category 5, featuring orange and raspberry rum, swirled with frozen hurricane and margarita. For menu and location information. I'm sorry, the call was not answered. To try another extension, enter it now. To exit, press the star key. For assistance. Thank you for calling Papado Seafood Kitchen at 12711. Transferring to. If you're looking for that perfect gift,
Let's go. Pick this phone up. I'm drinking this sparkling water. It's a grapefruit. It's from Spindrift. That shit is so good. Hold up, let me hang up because I think I hit the wrong extension. Yeah, I want to get to the bottom of it though. Y'all gotta let me know. Hold on.
For reservations or ordering, visit www.papado.com.
Let's see what they
To
say.
speak with a to-go server, press 1. For private dining information, transferring to extension 505. One moment, please. Papado Seafood Kitchen, where fresh meets festive. We're serving up the freshest seafood and the finest Louisiana-style specialties around, like Atlantic salmon event.
Yo, what's going on? This is their money, so they better be answering. Let's see. Hi, I had a question. Your fried shrimp that you guys is that deveined or is it come with the vein?
It does come with the vein, but the vein should only be in the back portion of the tail where the shell is still left on.
See, that's what I'm saying. So last night, this is like truly, you guys, the food was still amazing. But when I came there last night, I was like, maybe they was busy because all of my shrimp had like the vein all throughout it. I was just like, I've never had this.
Throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, it was weird. And I was just like, I was like, maybe it's Friday and they're busy. And that's why that happened. I was like, I definitely want to call them and tell them about it. And yeah, because, wait, hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Here we go, I'm glad I'm doing it all. I'm glad I'm putting it down. I got this thing off the ground. It wasn't easy, yo, when they expect you to lose. And it's your choice if you choose. Keep my movement on the move. Let's go. Here we go, I take the good with the bad. I swear there's no looking back. Just focus on where I'm at. They tried to count me out. Only God knows when I'm done. I'm shining just like the sun. Until then I'm having fun. You feel me? This one goes out the door.
Y'all niggas think I'm playing? They about to work on that shit right now. You crazy? You already know I ain't playing no games, nigga. That plate was like $29. You crazy? That's a large shrimp and chicken tenders. That plate was like $29. I'm not playing no games. We about to, nah. I'm gonna go back to the song because I know he's gonna ask me some personal information. But yeah, I ain't playing these reindeer games. I spent almost $30 on a plate. You gonna give me what I deserve. I don't play no games. Listen.
Hi, thanks for holding. This is Jordan. How may I assist you?
Hi, Jordan.
Here we go, I'm glad I'm doing it all. I'm glad I'm putting it down. I got this thing off the ground. It wasn't easy, yo, when they expect you to lose. And it's your choice if you choose. Keep my movement on the move. Let's go. Here we go, I take the good with the bad. I swear there's no looking back. Just focus on where I'm at. They tried to count me out. Only God knows when I'm done. I'm shining just like the sun. Until then I'm having fun. You feel me? This one goes out to those feeling hopeless. It's a struggle, that's the reason why I wrote this. But take your iPhone out and note this. And type out, turn pain into focus. And keep it moving, stay focused on your routine. Your past failed, let's get you on the new things. That past stuff don't define you. I had to drop this track to remind you. Yo, I did my best after dealing with stress. Keep fighting under pressure, it's all a test. They thought that I was done, yeah, I hear they upset. Assumed that I was finished and they probably had bets. But I just kept on working on my bars, yo. I went from mixtape straight into song mode. Now my CD's got a barcode. All my tracks on iTunes you can download. But yo, this for y'all who persevered, who did it all alone with no person there. Don't even be mad, don't curse or swear, cause the good thing about it is you're prepared. I learned a lesson through the depression. I had to cross people out, yeah, I made corrections. Y'all could count me out, cause I count on me. I'm in a brand new place where I'm proud to be. Let's go. Here we go, I'm glad I'm doing it all. I'm glad I'm putting it down.
Niggas got me fucked up. I had to pull out the receipt number on their ass. You think I'm playing? I want my experience done over. Now I'm about to have fried shrimp and listen, I don't play no game.
Make sure to check out our chef selections, which highlight our chef's latest seasonal creations, using the freshest seafood and produce available
What?
from around the world. Inspired by the flavors of the New Orleans French Quarter, with an energetic atmosphere and authentic flavors, our full bar offers premium cocktails, beer, and wine, as well as specialty drinks like the Category 5, featuring orange and raspberry rum, swirled with rose.
Oh yeah, that was a large plate.
For menu and
Nigga.
location information, visit us online at papado.com.
I don't want them. Listen, you know I'm gonna have to smooth in and make sure that I say something that's important too, right?
We look forward
Because you want to be impactful, you know? Hold on. You want to make it seem like you care, but I really want a free meal. To be honest with you.
Visit more than 80 restaurants nationwide. This is
Yeah.
they're sure to like. Our gift cards can be purchased at any Pappas restaurant or online at pappas.com. Thank you for your patience. We will be with you momentarily.
I don't want no refund. I want a free meal.
We're
Trinidad.
always spicing things up with special offers and promotions.
I don't want no
Visit our
refund.
details book today.
I just want.
To know about our fresh offers,
I just don't want anybody else to have that experience, you know? Real talk. Because you guys are amazing. I just don't want anybody else to have that experience. That's what I'm saying, Erica. I'm going to get into that once I get off this phone.
We're serving up the freshest seafood and the finest Louisiana-style specialties around, like Atlantic salmon bass.
See you later, Toil and Opinionated. Thanks for stopping through.
And our Louisiana seafood gumbo. Our menu offers a wide variety of fresh, flavorful fish, giant salads, rich, delicious appetizers, and homemade, mouth-watering desserts. Make sure to check out our chef selections, which highlight our chef's latest seasonal
They taking too long.
using the freshest seafood and produce available from around the world. Inspired by the flavors of the New Orleans French Quarter, with an energetic atmosphere and authentic flavors, our full bar offers premium cocktails, beer, and wine, as well as specialty drinks like the Category 5, featuring orange and raspberry rum, swirled with frozen hurricane and margarita. For menu and location information, visit us online at papado.com. But you did say you live just right around the corner, so did you want me to remake that order for you today?
Yes, I could come in later to get it.
Okay, perfect. So my name's Jordan. I am the manager on duty all day today. I will keep your receipt with me. Do you just want to call when you're on your way?
Yes, will they just bring it out? Like will they bring it out like curbside like I got it last night?
Yes, correct. We can do that, but I just need you to call. That way I can put all your information in the system again.
And what's your name again?
Jordan.
Let me put that in my notes. I appreciate that, Jordan. I really, and you know what? The bigger reason why I was calling you is because I've been going there for years. I don't really have issues with you guys. And I just didn't want nobody else to have, I know that you probably was rushing, but I didn't want nobody else to have that experience. That was the bigger thing to me because y'all food is really good. I really enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'll contact you guys later when I'm coming to get the, to get the remade food.
Yeah, sounds good. And when you call, just ask for me and I'll get all your information put in again, okay?
All right. I really appreciate you.
Of course. We'll see you then, okay?
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Give me my fucking free plate. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I ain't giving out no nutty to no nigga just for fun. Are you dumb? Fuck out of here. Fuck is you talking about? We walking them out. I want my free plate, nigga. That plate was $29 for that large plate. You get the chicken tenders and you get the shrimp. That shit was amazing. And I'm about to have that shit again tonight on Damn. What the lady say in Poetic Justice? She said when she was like, he ain't got no money. And she was like, well, baby, you's a fool because we would have had drinks on him. Fuck is you talking about? I don't play that shit. Yeah, because you never want a business never really wants to have dissatisfied customers. And yeah, I'm going to go tell it over the mountain that Jesus Christ was born. I'm going to go tell it if you do me wrong. Oh yeah, I ain't going to do no review. I ain't like that, but I will tell the business. And typically because me, even as being a business owner, I'm telling you, if you've ever done anything with me and if you've ever had an experience or whatever, especially if you wasn't rude about it, not even if you was like, I'm telling you how I am as a business owner. When you don't want anybody to be dissatisfied or unhappy. Like, for example, you know how I'm working a full-time job now. So now, you know, we prepare and we bake overnight. Or after, like, you know, the time where I get off of work and then we deliver in the afternoon the following day. I had a customer who wanted cookies delivered to a school. I kept explaining to her that I could not deliver cookies to a school because I have a new job that I started and I am not available now because I don't have the PTO time. And I'm not going to be taking PTO just to deliver. My delivery is in the evenings. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, point blank, period. Right? She wanted to support and she was buying like 1 dozen, but shit, you couldn't get cookies at 12 o'clock. I'm not delivering cookies at 12 o'clock. I'm chasing another bag. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got to get all of my bags, but I got to make sure that you set the right expectation for people. So I let her know. I didn't let 12 o'clock come and be like, hey, I can't get to you. I let her know as soon as she placed the order, what to expect. So you just got to make sure you communicate. I've had people like this one lady. She's a sweetheart. Oh, I spoke to her on the phone the other day. She was from New Jersey, and she was like, "Oh my God," she was like, "You see, I'm always ordering from you, ordering cookies from you." She was like, "I wish I lived closer because that shipping fee, it'd be a lot." She was like, "But I love your product." So she was just like, "My friend really wants some oatmeal raisin cookies," and she was just like, "Yo, let me just tell you this, how this came together." She was like, "My friend really wants some oatmeal raisin cookies." And she was like, "I don't see you got them on your menu." So I was like, "You know what?" I said, "That's my favorite cookie. And psychologically, I have not put it on my menu because I want it to be perfect." So I was like, I'm going to make it and I'm going to send it to you. And you tell me how it is or whatever. Right. So I ended up making it. I brung some to work. I had two myself and then I gave one to one of my coworkers. And she is a huge critic. She was like, I'm not trying to be funny. She was like, "This is one of the best cookies I've ever had." She was like, "You can do different things with this. Like, you could put shaved carrots in it and make it like a carrot type of cookie." Like she was like, "This is really good. I want a dozen next week. I want a half dozen of oatmeal and I want a half dozen of chocolate chip." I was like, "Damn," like, you know what I'm saying? Just customer serving. But I sent her some. So when I sent out her order on Thursday, I sent her some additional cookies. And just because she was just like, she always support, and she's from, New Jersey. And she like, "Damn, that shipping fee, this lady pay a $40 shipping fee every time." And you know what? The lover in me wanted to be like, "You know what? Just call me next time you want to ship an order and just cash at me." And I was like, "No, this is a business. I'm telling you, it'd be a thin line because you'd be like, these my people and you want to help them, whatever. But a fee is a fee, sweetie. Like, I can't do nothing about that." I was this close to be like, "You know what? I'll give you a code to put in to do whatever." I ain't doing that. She want this product, you gonna pay for it, because when you gotta go to the white people and get a product, you gotta pay for it. Just because your shipping is $40, that don't have nothing to do with me. You understand? Her shipping is a little more expensive too. You got to realize it pays for everything. It pays for my time. It pays for the gas. So let me just give you an example, right? For somebody like my mom, if she places an order and she's up in New York, and people who place orders from up that way, sometimes the shipping can be almost like, altogether it might be a $50 order with everything, right? But the thing is, it costs more to deliver up there too. So you got to pay for that. So say for example, your shipping is 27 or $29, right? I've literally paid $23 to ship it, or 20 dollars to ship it. Don't you think I got to get there too? Who you think pay for those boxes that those cookies are shipped in? I got to pay for that too. Who you think pays for everything that's within it? Like, I really started to think of ways where I could make more money with my business, because it's like, I put them in a cellophane bags as a courtesy. I could actually charge $1, $2 upcharge to have your order, because it could come free in paper. But if you want the clear bags, that could easily be a $2 upcharge. So I'm thinking you got to think of ways to monetize and to make additional money, because people be requesting it like, "Oh, I want clear bags," or "I want this and that." Like, yeah, but you got to pay for that, because where do you think that money comes from? It comes from me. Yes, keep it business all the time. Lauren, do you make your own cookie mix? Maybe that will help. Some Barbie baking batter. What? Barbie baking batter? That sounds cool though. She can take them cookies the next day to school. They always want you to deliver a catering order the same day of. No sense. Around you getting us a Saturday praise and worship. Because unsatisfied customers, I always give the customers anything they want, even for free. The company will throw it away anyway. Exactly, Galaxy. Yeah, you gonna give me that free motherfucking shrimp. I want my shrimp deveined, and I want that tartar sauce and that motherfucking honey mustard sausage I get at Papados. I'm gonna dip all my fries in that shit and eat that shit like I ate it last night. I did, yeah, I did pull the vein out of all of that shit. I pulled the veins out of all of them. Yep. It was just a little weird to me because my Papados experience, I be looking, I'm like, "His veins on this." She was like, "Typically we don't do this." Oh, yes, typically you do it. Don't tell me, Jordan, that typically you don't do it. You do, because I've gotten a meal at a Papados probably at least once, because they fuck up sometimes. I remember one time I went there, got a large shrimp, came home, and I looked at it. I said, "Come on, they played themselves." And I took a picture of it. I said, "That's not a large fried shrimp. That's not." That's why last night when I got home, I wasn't really mad, because I said it was plentiful. It was, but the fries was cold, and then the shrimp wasn't deveined. And you got to do my experience over now, point blank. You got to do it over, or you can refund me. LeBron's hoodie is giving Grace Jones. You crazy? You trying to be funny? Yeah, Galaxy. I'm noticing what you trying to do. Yes, keep it business all the time. So listen, I think we reached the end of the road. I got my meal for later. You know, I love a meal deal. Ask Megan Thee Stallion, Partisan Fontaine. So this is your boy LaRon, female rapper lead. Did I touch on everything that I had in the title? Touched on Azealia Banks, touched on the Nicki popularity, touched on Rihanna giving birth, touched on Doja Cat. Yeah, so we wrapped it up. So this is your boy LaRon, female rapper lead. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you know each and every time that I go live. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to leave with a song? Let's see. Let's go.